Have you ever hit that moment when you realize you can't really rely on anyone? Not even family? Tough pill to swallow, right? As we get older, the support we once counted on starts to fade. Kids get busy, siblings wrestle with their own health, friends move away or move on entirely. Suddenly, you're left asking, so, who's actually got my back? That question can land like a brick wall. But here's the twist. You can be ready. You can build a life in your 70s and beyond, where you feel solid, independent, and maybe even a little unshakable. This isn't about being bitter, it's about being smart. Because real support, the kind you can lean on at 2 a.m. or during a lonely afternoon, doesn't always come from family. It often comes from 5 overlooked sources that rarely disappoint. These 5 things are the true backbone of a peaceful, independent life. Quiet, steady, and wonderfully low maintenance. Stick with me. What I'm about to share might change how you see aging and remind you how much power you still hold. Number 1, physical mobility. In your 70s, moving freely isn't just about walking. It's about freedom, dignity, and not waiting for someone else to fetch your morning coffee. Mobility means you can climb out of bed, cook your own dinner, or stroll outside and breathe fresh air on your own terms. That's power. That's confidence. And best of all, it keeps you from feeling like a burden. Now, let's be honest. Staying mobile after 70 doesn't mean running marathons or flipping cartwheels. It means protecting your joints, keeping your balance, and making sure your muscles can still trust your legs. Small habits, like a morning stretch, a 15-minute walk, or a few resistance band pulls, can change everything. And yes, it's never too late to start. People often think losing mobility is inevitable. It's not. The more you move, the more your body insists on moving. Age doesn't dictate nearly as much as your actions do. And here's the psychology. When your body slows down, your confidence often does too. You start declining invitations, not because you don't care, but because you're quietly afraid you can't keep up. That's not aging, that's shrinking. Take Harold, a 78-year-old I met in Florida. Every morning, he circles the park with his cane, rain or shine. I once asked why, and he said, "The moment I stop walking is the moment I start waiting. And I don't want to wait. I want to live." His mobility isn't perfect, but it's his. That stubborn walk still gets him to the grocery store, Sunday visits, and up the 3 steps to his porch, without a ramp. Here's the truth. Even a little investment in your body pays back in freedom. Family may not always be around to drive you or pick you up after a fall. But if your legs are strong and your balance steady, you delay needing that help. You hold on to independence longer than most expect. And that's real support, physical and emotional. So if you're stiff or weak these days, don't panic. Just start where you are. Stretch while the coffee brews. Walk 1 extra lap down the hall. The point isn't perfection, it's momentum. Because every small effort builds a bigger foundation, one that walks beside you, no matter who else shows up. Number 2, financial simplicity. At 70 and beyond, peace of mind isn't about the size of your bank account. It's about clarity, knowing what you need, what you can manage, and living without fear or shame. That's one of the strongest supports you'll ever have, and it's entirely in your control. The truth is, complicated finances are emotional baggage. Multiple accounts, endless subscriptions, credit card chaos. It's not just stressful, it eats away at stability. And at this age, stability isn't luxury, it's survival. Family can comfort you, but they can't erase money mess. Only you can. Simplifying doesn't mean losing control, it means gaining it. A modest lifestyle that fits you, not anyone else's expectations. The freedom to buy what you need without second-guessing every dollar. Like cleaning out a cluttered closet, once things are in order, your brain finally rests. Psychologically, financial simplicity removes one of late life's biggest anxieties, uncertainty. Many older adults lose more sleep over, will I outlive my savings? Than over aching joints. But when your money is clear, you're spending intentional, and your needs covered, you sleep deeper and stand taller. Take Lorraine, a 74-year-old widow I know. After her husband passed, she downsized. smaller home, fewer bills, one credit card, no wasted subscriptions. She told me, "I used to be afraid of the mailbox. Now I open every envelope with a calm heart." She even started a small jar labeled Freedom Fund, just $10 here and there. And you know what? That little jar wasn't just savings. It was peace in a glass container. Lorraine's secret wasn't magic, it was choice. A simple, deliberate decision to clean up her finances so she could focus on living, not just surviving. And here's the beauty of it. When money is simple, you need fewer people to manage it. No calling your son for every bill. No waiting for family to decode fine print. You're the captain of your ship. So if money feels overwhelming, pause. You don't need wealth, you need clarity. Cancel what you don't use. Combine what you can. Write down what comes in and goes out. Make it so simple, you could explain it to a friend over coffee. Because peace isn't in the numbers, it's in the knowing. If you're still here and this resonates, drop a 2 in the comments. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and the bell. Your support helps us keep creating content that inspires and guides you. Now, let's move to number 3, a consistent health routine. At 70 and beyond, your strongest support isn't your kids, neighbors, or even your doctor. It's the daily rhythm of how you care for yourself. Not fancy workouts or overpriced vitamins, but the steady, repeatable actions that keep body and mind in shape. Because when your body feels steady, your spirit does too. Many people wait for a health crisis before acting. But that's like patching the roof in the middle of a storm. A routine flips the script. A morning walk, enough water, stretching, meds on time, eating food that fuels instead of just fills. These small acts are a quiet form of self-respect. And that rhythm carries you through the sluggish days. Psychologically, routine is powerful because it removes decision fatigue. You don't wonder, should I do this today? You just do it. That predictability builds stability, and stability builds confidence. Confidence keeps you from feeling like a burden. It lets you say, I'm still capable, I'm still in motion, I still take care of me. Take Frank, an 81-year-old former electrician. Every morning at 6 a.m., he makes green tea, does 15 minutes of chair stretches, takes his meds, and walks the block, rain or shine. He told me, it's not about exercise, it's about reminding myself every morning that I still matter. That stuck with me. His routine isn't just about fitness, it's about identity, about staying connected to the part of himself that refuses to quit just because the years add up. And here's the hidden gift of routine. You actually need less help. You're less likely to miss pills, less likely to stumble, less likely to feel adrift in the day. It's like walking the same path through a foggy forest. Even when things look unclear, your feet know the way. Of course, some days are tougher. Joints ache, energy dips, storms keep you inside. That's okay, the routine can flex. A short walk around the house, a few deep breaths by the window, a full glass of water before bed. It all counts. These little acts weave a safety net that carries you forward with grace. So if you've slipped lately, start small. One habit, one action. Every time you show up for yourself, you prove that you are your best caregiver, and that's support no one can take away. Now number 4, emotional resilience. At 70 and beyond, this may be the most valuable support of all. Not money, not even health. Because when your emotions are strong, you can weather almost anything. Loneliness, grief, setbacks, even disappointment from family. Emotional resilience isn't about never feeling sad. It's about sitting in the silence without feeling empty, and facing hardship without being destroyed. Emotional resilience is about feeling deeply without being drowned by it. It's letting sorrow pass through you, not take root in you. Strength doesn't come from pretending everything's fine. It comes from saying, this hurts, but I can handle it. Each time you sit with pain instead of running, you grow less afraid of what's next. That's power. That's freedom. You're not waiting for others to carry your sorrow. You're learning to hold it without breaking. Take Eileen, 77. She lost her husband 5 years ago and now lives alone. I once asked her, what gets you through the hard days? She said, I light a candle every night. Not because I'm religious, but because it reminds me I'm still here. Some nights I cry, others I laugh, but I always tell myself, you made it through today. That ritual doesn't erase her grief. It honors it without letting it swallow her. That's resilience. And it's not only for life's big losses, it's for the small hurts, too. The son who doesn't call, the friend who moves away, the things you can't do anymore. If you crumble every time life shifts, joy slips away. But with resilience, you stay steady because you choose how to respond. Psychologically, it even rewires your brain. Your thoughts slow, your body calms. Confidence grows. Whatever comes, I can face it. And in older age, when so much is uncertain, that confidence is priceless. So how do you build it? Start small. Speak kindly to yourself. Let feelings be real, but not run wild. Create grounding rituals. Write in a notebook, take a walk, play music you love, and remind yourself daily, you've survived every hard thing so far. That's not luck, that's strength. So yes, family may fade, health may falter, but if your emotional core is strong, you'll still stand clear-eyed, steady-hearted, rooted in the quiet truth that you are enough, all by yourself. If you're still watching, comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. Your support keeps this content alive. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. A personal code of values. There is something deeply powerful about having your own code, especially after 70. When the world shifts, when people disappoint you, when the future feels uncertain, your code becomes your compass. It reminds you who you are, what matters, and how you want to live, no matter what anyone else does. Too many older adults lose direction because they've lived by other people's expectations. The good parent, the loyal worker, the supportive spouse. But when those roles fade, they're left asking, what now? That's where a personal code steps in. It whispers, this is who I am, and this is how I live, whether anyone notices or not. Your values might be honesty, kindness, simplicity, or self-respect. They don't need to impress anyone but you. That's the point. When you live by your own code, you stop chasing approval. You stop needing validation. And you stop being shaken by other people's opinions, because your peace doesn't depend on them. Take Howard, a man I met in his early 80s. He said, I have 5 rules. I speak the truth. I don't waste food. I return what I borrow. I forgive quickly. And I sleep with a clear conscience. That's it. Howard isn't wealthy. He doesn't have a big family, but he walks with a rare dignity. Why? Because his code anchors him. He knows who he is. As we age, we find ourselves asking, who really stands beside me when the lights grow dim and the days grow quiet? And often, it's not who we once expected. Family, friends, even our own bodies can grow less reliable. But that doesn't mean we're left with nothing. In truth, the older we get, the clearer it becomes. The strongest supports were never outside us. They were within us all along. The steady rhythm of daily routines, the joy of small pursuits that make hours meaningful, the quiet strength of keeping our bodies moving and our meals balanced. These aren't just habits. They're lifelines to independence, identity, and peace. Because in the end, the journey isn't about being remembered by everyone else. It's about being at peace with yourself. And that peace is built on the supports only you can give yourself. It's a truth we don't always want to hear, but it gives us the most control over how we age. Caring for yourself isn't vanity, it's wisdom. We've talked about keeping the body strong, keeping the mind curious, and holding on to a personal code that becomes your compass. These aren't just habits, they're the backbone of aging with dignity, and even leaving the world with peace. So what does it mean? That the most reliable support system after 70 isn't always a person, it's a mindset. A way of living rooted in habits, beliefs, and practices that keep you steady no matter what the world does. When you build that inner foundation, you may stand alone, but you never truly feel alone. And that strength isn't just comforting, it's liberating. Here's a gentle challenge. After this video, yourself, which of these supports do I already have? And which one will I start building today? Don't be afraid to start small. Big changes often begin with one quiet decision made in the privacy of your own heart. Thank you for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments one insight you're taking away and how you'll use it in your own life. Reading your thoughts inspires and motivates us deeply. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps Elderly Golden Time continue creating meaningful content to guide, inform, and inspire. Together, let's make this season of life not just golden, but truly radiant.